I starting this? Is this live? Is this
This is
happening right
live.
now?
You're
I
live.
think it is. Wow. Okay. It is 8:45 a.m. and I'm doing something that I very rarely do, and that's introducing this show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not Squeeze. This is not DJ Nico. This is your boy Adam Handler, the case handler, coming to you live from my home office. Good morning to you, folks. Hope everybody had a great week. It's Friday. We used to call it back in the day Johnny Kemp Friday. Just got paid, and we used to say that because this week has been all about getting my clients paid for those injuries, paid for those cases in which they never expect that they ever get hurt in an accident. Then of course, they called my office, and we made everything all right for them. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Again, my name is Adam Handler. I'm your case handler, the longest running, most successful attorney in this radio station's history. I've been practicing in New York since September of 2005. And since September of 2005, you've been hearing my voice in one way or another on this radio station. Different broadcasters have endorsed me. Different programmers have plugged me. But the truth is, you all have used me, or you know somebody that has used me. And that's something that I take very seriously. And I'm so thankful that you folks have embraced me. And of course, I've embraced you back. Coming off a great week. And coming off actually a great couple of weeks. We were on trial last week, Squeeze, as you all know, and we won big. The offer was $20,000 by the time the case was over. 20 grand. And we always have to come up with those little poems. If the numbers aren't right, you gotta fight. And the jury came back with $350,000. 20,000 rejected, $350,000 jury verdict in Queens. I posted some pictures on my Instagram page, so check out the case handler on Instagram. Check out the case handler on Facebook. Of course, you can see with your own very eyes the exceptional legal work that myself and my team provide. But I got to laugh. I got to honestly say, Squeeze, I got to laugh yesterday because all of the jury questions and the verdicts were finally uploaded to the court system. Before I get to that, actually, let me give that phone number out a few times. My phone number is 844. Well, you know what my phone number is by now, ladies and gentlemen. It's 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Again, 844-774-3529. Of course, you can just Google the case handler. We'll get to that in a second too, but you can just Google the case handler. There's no reason that you shouldn't know how to get in touch with me. Even if you don't have that number, you can just look me up or ask a friend, or maybe you already have it saved in your phone. But going back to what I was saying, the New York State court system, actually every state now it's all electronic filing. Back in the day, you used to go to the clerk's office with a briefcase full of papers, and you used to stand online and you used to file these papers, and then you'd file them at one desk, and then they'd send you to the next desk, and then you give them a check to pay for it, and then they make you wait at another desk until these people in the back processed it. It was a crazy process, and you waited online, and it was cool because you could see other attorneys and kind of catch up with them on things, but it wasn't very efficient. And then years later, everything switched to online filing. So you literally just upload it, pay with your credit card, and especially during COVID, that's how we conducted a lot of business. But everything now is uploaded to this electronic system, including the verdict sheets. So the verdict sheets in my case were just uploaded yesterday, showing the jury awarded $350,000, which is a great souvenir, of course. But while the jury was deliberating, they were sending notes out. So for the folks out there that don't understand what that means, after you put on your case, after the lawyers give their closing arguments, also known as summations, the jury goes back to the jury room and they deliberate. They talk about the case. They talk about the strengths. They talk about the weaknesses. They probably talk about which lawyer they like better. And then they come to a verdict. And in New York, for a civil trial, which is what personal injury is, it has to be, there's 6 jurors. It has to be at least 5 jurors that agree. And this was unanimous verdicts across the board. But they were sending notes out. Some of the notes could be, can we see the emergency room record again? Or can you explain to us, what we must determine if she's going to get money? And those are all that's all information that the judge will give to the jury when the jury comes back into the room. But they did send out a note that is probably the best note a plaintiff's lawyer could ever have sent from a jury. And this is the 3rd time in my career, and I've tried a lot of cases. This is the 3rd time in my career that this note was sent out. Squeeze, I'm going to ask you if you're even with me today.
I am with you, my brother.
Oh, you're there. Okay, brother.
I'm listening to good information. I just shut up when I hear solid information.
What note do you think they could have sent out that would have gotten me real excited? That would have been like a framer. Like you could frame this note. The jury is in the back room.
Right.
They have a question. What question do you think they would ask that would make me go, oh yeah, baby?
Well, I think it has not a question, but I think it has to do with what they want to give you for your client.
That is exactly right. The note was, how much does Mr. Handler want for his client?
Yes.
Boom! As soon as that note came out, I'm doing a little dance in the hallway with my client. I'm like, we are good, because they have already found that the defendant is at fault. They've already found that you have an injury. They already found that you have an injury worth compensation. Now they want to know, how much do we want? And unfortunately, the judge cannot remind, during closing arguments, you make a suggestion to the jury about how much you think the case is worth. And what a lawyer says is not evidence, so you can't have that read back. So we couldn't read it back. But I knew we were in great shape. And by that time, I never like making direct eye contact with my jury after summations. I don't know. It's awkward, right? Because what if they're not thinking what I'm thinking? I don't want to look, it's just a little awkward.
You just love this, don't you?
You just love this. This is what I was born to do. But when this jury came back after that note, I looked over and I saw 2 of them kind of like nodding and smiling at me. I'm like, woo, let's go, baby. $350,000. Ladies and gentlemen, again, my name is Adam Handler. I am your case handler. And unless your attorney is doing the incredible things that I'm doing, unless your attorney is doing the incredible things that my associate Matt Goodstein is doing, unless your attorney is fighting and getting you millions and 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 millions of dollars, you have the wrong attorney.
Yes, you do.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
Never duplicated.
Your chance, one chance,
one choice. And there's only one case handler. Make sure you note that. I'll tell you what, right now it's 6 minutes before the top of the hour. For the next 60 seconds, I call this Get the Number. All right? I want everybody that is listening to this radio station, everybody that is happy to be alive, everybody that has ever been behind the wheel of a car, in a bus, in a truck, anybody out there who walks on the street, anybody out there who works at a construction site, nursing homes, all these places, everywhere. If you're a human being, I need for you, especially if you live in New Jersey and New York, to have this man's number. The number one personal injury attorney. God forbid if you get mash up, you get in an accident, you need Adam Handler. So can you do me a solid? Can you do Adam a solid? Can you do mostly you a solid? By calling this number now, let it ring for 20 seconds. And Adam will know that you're storing his number because you want to make sure that your family's taken care of, your friends are taken care of, and even sometimes your foe. Dial this number for me now. The number is 844-774-3444. 3529. Let's see how many people is paying attention right now to the number one personal injury attorney. 844-774-3529. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, New Jersey, Wagwan. On our dial number what? 844-774-3529. The top broadcasters on this station has endorsed Adam Handler in some way, shape, or form in the past, and of course in the present. And many people out there have received so many awards. Go to Google, check out Adam Handler. 5 stars. I reposted that 5-star post that he did yesterday just to let the world know, the 213,000 followers that I have know that Adam Handler is the man. 844-774-3529. Dial the number. Make sure you store it in your phone. God forbid you get into an automobile accident, trip and fall, construction accident, any accident, link up Adam Handler. 844-774-3529. Back to the case handler himself right here as he waller in his glory of success in front of the jury and the judge and the court. Adam.
My man, it's always good to be able to tell these stories, because this is real life. And this client, of course, had a lot of options, and really, decided to go with what they believe to be the best possible chance getting it right. So I am so very excited for her. Again, 20,000 rejected, $350,000 awarded. But if this story is not enough, Squeeze, you don't take my word for it. Check out some of these live testimonials.
All right.
This is John speaking up. Look here, Adam Handler is one of the best lawyers ever, man. I've never been juggling around with lawyers, but look here, this man handled everything for me, man. It gave me a good workers' comp attorney, and he stood up for me when I've been difficulty, understanding. He's there for me. He have walked more than a mile for me to go and deal with other things. So I know he's a good attorney. So I'm saying, I know he's there for me, and he's always at my back. And one thing, he always called me on my birthday. So he's a man with me on his mind. So that is a person who I want to deal with. So I'm just telling you and giving you my experience. Adam Handler, the case handler, call him, write down his number, put it somewhere, man, store it in your wallet, put it in your phone, just in case, because you never know what might happen, man. But I can only tell you with my experience. Adam Handler, the case handler, the best thing ever, man. The best thing ever. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about.
That's somebody that's being paid to endorse the case handler.
Nobody's ever paid, man, to endorse you, man. And everybody knows that. Listen, all one has to do, no matter how much I hype you, because I know you and I know the work that you do.
But we are friends. We are legitimate
friends, right? Right. And people, Adam has helped me in so many of my situations throughout my life, as a businessman, as a personal individual, and he has helped so many others. I implore you to note this number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPIDLAW. That's 844-774-3529. I'll let you have the final words, Adam.
Oh, listen, I hope everybody has a great week. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Accidents happen. Bad things happen to good people. As long as you have my number saved, it's one less thing to worry about. While you can never prepare for an accident, you can prepare for your response.
Absolutely. Adam Handler, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get his number, 844-774-3529. With everyone watching on Facebook and so forth, I'll tell you what, make sure you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Let's do it like this.